All right, we are live, and I think I got myself all set up. Welcome. Thank you so much, anybody who's going to join us. I figured maybe I'll get some Masonic brothers on here who maybe have nowhere to be this New Year's Eve, about to be New Year's Day, and maybe we can toast the New Year's together. I got my drink of choice, Coca-Cola, because I love pop. I don't drink myself, but by all means, I hope. Oh, sorry about that. Got a bit of feedback. Oh, I got my cat here as well, which maybe I will, if I can, get Bandit on screen to say hello. Oh my God. Got on my wires here. But I hope that you all are having a great New Year's Eve. Let me know, by the way, if you can, where you're from. And if you've already celebrated New Year's. It's about 11:30, but I got some great Masonic friends from all over, not just North America, but all over the world. Let me get this thing over here. So maybe I got some, maybe some of you have already celebrated New Year's. Let me know if you have any Masonic New Year's resolutions as well. I've talked a lot about mine. Do you have any Masonic New Year's? Why can't I spell? There it is. All right, let me know in the chat. Do you have any Masonic New Year's resolutions? And if you do, let me know what they are. And even if you don't, you can just put anything in the chat that you want. And Courtney, I saw you there. Happy New Year to you as well. Thank you so much for being here and for putting in the chat and joining us. Let's see who we get. So just move this guy over here for 1 second. That's my cat. If anybody heard that, Bandit causing trouble, as she is wont to do, but she's still a great cat. So. We'll give it a bit of time. It is right now 11:32 by my watch, so we've still got all right, just going to do that one there as well. I've been saying some of my, and these are just some of my New Year's resolutions, at least as relates to Freemasonry, is I want to travel to some more locations that I've never traveled to before, particularly across the pond. So Europe, Asia. I think it'd be amazing to travel to some of those locations. I want to increase the Square and Compass audience, including not just the YouTube channel, though I do want to increase the views of the YouTube channel. I also want to increase the views at Patreon, or the audience of Patreon, the members of Patreon, as well as the members in Medium for my written work on Freemasonry, and my clips show and Podbean and all of that stuff. So yeah, hopefully, fingers crossed, that will take place. I'd like to get more followers on social media as well, Twitter, all that stuff, X, if you want to call it that. So those are just a few of my many goals. And I do hope everybody has a awesome New Year's. If anybody's joining me, actually, let's see. I wonder if there's an actual proper New Year's clock. Let's go New Year's countdown clock. Oh, 24 minutes, 38 seconds, 24 minutes, 37 seconds. I'm going to share this screen, I think. Here we go. 1 second, it should pop up. If it comes through, let me know. There it is. I think we should all be seeing it. 24 minutes and 12 seconds. 11 seconds, not 8. Oh, all right. I think I'm a little bit ahead. So there you go. Jump in the chat. Say hello, by the way, and let me know how you guys are doing. Like I was saying, let me know if you have got any New Year's resolutions that you want to share. Could be related to Freemasonry, could be related to anything else. Or just let me know how you're doing and what you want to talk about. Hit the like and subscribe button as always. And I hope that everybody has an excellent 2025. If 2024 was good for you, then I hope 2025 is even better. And if 2024 was not so good for you or was very challenging, then I hope 2025 is a lot better for you. And you can leave all of those problems in the past. I said before on a few different things that 2022 was hard, but very rewarding. 2023 was harder, but very rewarding. 2024 was even harder, but very rewarding. And so I'm hoping 2025, I assume, is going to be even harder, but I'm hoping it will also be very rewarding. At least that is my goal. So we had some amazing times in 2024. I actually wrote down what they were on my Medium page, and I'm hoping that 2025 I will have more successes. I am trying my best right now to figure out how to grow. Like I said, I want to grow. One of my goals in life is to grow my audience on the different social media sites, as well as YouTube, as well as everywhere else. So that's the goal. Let's keep my fingers crossed I can do it. About 21 minutes left until the new year. So it's exciting. Let's hope it goes, so people join us. If you're a Mason and you don't have anywhere to celebrate, I hope you'll come celebrate with me. If, on the other hand, you have somewhere to celebrate, then that's awesome as well. I hope you're with your friends, hope you're with your family, and hope that you're doing well. Almost 20 minutes, or just about 20 minutes till we get there. So we're almost there. If you don't have anybody to celebrate with and you're a Mason, or just not a Mason, just anybody, hope that you'll spend a few minutes to celebrate with me. If you are celebrating tonight, then that is absolutely awesome. $19.28 to go until New Year's Day. I said before, right, amongst my New Year's resolutions, I am hoping to, let's see if I can pull up the profile for a second and see if I can share some of what I wrote down. Oh, yeah, here it is, my profile here. Going to actually see if I can't take a minute to, let's see which publication. All right, so travel and visitation is it? Oops. And I just realized I should have said travel and visitation are incredibly important. Well, that's why we have the edit button. Let's just change this around a little bit while I still got time. Let's go travel. Travel and visitation. Or actually, we're going to say travel including visitation. There we go. Travel, including visitation, is an incredibly important part of the Masonic experience, which it is. We've traveled to many places in 2024 and in 2023 and in 2022. We hope to travel to more amazing places in 2025. And on these travels, learn about Freemasonry around the world. We resolve to continue our Masonic travels and report on these travels, and finally travel to Masonic jurisdictions across the world, not just North America. And we're not just traveling there, we're resolving to make sure our audience learns more about these global Masonic jurisdictions by producing content with representatives of these jurisdictions. Follow us on social media to find that content. We resolve to grow our audience. We need our current audience's help. Let us know what you want to see from us in 2025. This could include topics you want to see us discuss, guests you want us to interview, mediums in which you want us to create, or any other ideas you may have. I taught before modifying solutions. I taught before about research and the research I want to do. Also professional wrestling, my movie idea. And in 2025, I resolve mostly to be perfect. So let's get a bit more time, see if anybody else joins us to ring in the new year, unless you happen to already be at a place where you've already rung in the new year, in which case, let me know how it went. And hopefully, like I said, if you do join us, then I hope that you are having a great New Year's Eve and you're getting a chance to join us and looking forward to it. If you are, though, with friends and family, then I hope that you are having a great time with them. Hi, Cameron. I just came up from a New Year get-together. Good for you. Look at you going out there and partying. What time is it over there? It's 10:45. So staying up all hours of the night. By the way, I know you saw my message. I get in on the 8th at, I forget what time, and I leave on the 10th. So short trip, but maybe we'll have to have, maybe instead of going out for dinner, we can go out for like a lunch or something on the 9th before I got to go to the show. By the way, wrestling show, if you're in Winnipeg and you want to check me out, Wrestling United, January 9th. Hope everybody was doing well. But I hope everybody was doing well at your neck of at the get together. Tell them all next time you see them, I say hello, and I'm glad that they are watching. That they are watching out for you and making sure you don't get into too much trouble. We'll just wait and we'll see who else joins us. Like I said, I just figured maybe there's some brothers out there who aren't going to have anybody to join the or spend time for the new year. Maybe some Masons out there. So if that's the case, then you can come join me here on YouTube, or anybody in my audience who hasn't had the chance yet to ring in the new year with anybody. Come hang out with me for a few minutes. But I hope that you guys are all actually spending time with your friends and with your family on New Year's. Speaking of New Year's Day or New Year's Eve, we have got, according to this, here in Windsor, Ontario, Eastern Time, 11 minutes and 17 seconds to go until 2025. I was saying 2024 was a great year, really, really hard and challenging in a lot of different ways, but really great as well. So fingers crossed that 2025 becomes as great as well. So, or even better, let's just say that way. Hopefully it's even better. I had a good time with Kathy, who was blind, talking about how she gets around. I can't imagine how she gets around. I mean, I have a hard time getting around and I can see perfectly fine because I'm just very lazy. So good for her. And I'm glad that she had a good time. Hopefully she had a fun time downstairs as well. Maybe the party is still going, in which case you should head back down there and keep the party going if they're still down there. But yeah, let me know. Maybe there's a place, Dad, that you want to go for lunch when I'm back in town, maybe. I saw also that you said you want to learn more about Prince Hall. Actually, excuse me, I do have some Prince Hall related content I was going to share with you at some point. Let me get it for you now. Here you go, Dad. Click on this link here. You might get a chance to hear from some Prince Hall Masons and what they're all about. They're good dudes, so it could be fun to talk to them or hear what they're saying. Just waiting to see if any other of our Masonic brethren want to ring in the new year together. If you're not hanging out with anybody, if you are hanging out with people, though, obviously we're happy for that and hope that you are having a great New Year's. And I hope that your 2025 is as well. If you had a great 2024, then I hope your 2025 is even greater. And if you had a rough 2024, then I hope that 2025 brings you some more peace and relaxation and maybe not the struggles that you had in 2024. Right? I just hope every year is better than the previous year. And if you're just joining us, welcome. We have got about 8 minutes here in Eastern Standard Time until we ring in the new year. So let's just wait and see how much longer it takes. Let's see. I was just actually at the casino just to see, and they were absolutely packed here in Windsor. The casino is basically right next to my place. I can see it from my window right now, actually, and it was jam-packed, which was great to see. It's always great to see a lot of stuff happening in it's always special to see a lot of things happening in Windsor and Windsor's downtown at the casino and everywhere else. 6 minutes, 8 seconds to go. We are at 6 minutes exactly. I don't know if you guys saw some of the recent stuff I posted, had the pleasure of posting, including things from John J. Meek, where we talk about Freemasonry or his experiences being in Russia. I guess their official annual communication is taking place in June. I guess they have 2 per year. They have the more official one in June. So maybe I'll see if I can find a way to make it to Moscow for that, which would be really a lot of fun. Though we'll see what the geopolitical situation is like in 2025 in June. She wasn't born blind and knows colors, etc. Her daughter sees her weekly, but she also has a job. Well, I mean, you do what you can do, right? And in some ways, I feel like that might be even harder if you're not born. If you lose your vision to have to kind of relearn everything, right? A lot of credit for people like that. For me, I mean, it sounds weird to say, but I was lucky enough to be born with no legs, which meant I never had to relearn how to do anything. I just kind of adapted from birth, and so I never felt like I lost anything. Losing your sight might be very different. Losing anything, losing a limb, losing whatever it is, right? Getting a disability later in life, I think you got to relearn everything. That can be really, really challenging. 4 minutes to go until New Year's here in Eastern Time Zone. I'm sure because we share the same time as New York, if I recall correctly. So I believe that they will be getting ready to drop the ball. Let me just double check that to make sure I'm right. Time in New York. 11:50. Yeah, so they share the same time as us, as I thought they did. Here in Windsor, 3 minutes, 25 seconds to go. Anybody who's just joining us, welcome. Please jump in the chat, say hello. Let me know if you got any New Year's resolutions, if you're doing anything to celebrate here today or tonight, if you're with some friends, with some family, or just tuning in for fun. Figured to give a chance for some Masons who maybe aren't celebrating with anybody to take a few minutes and say hello. I know you got another hour to wait. So, I mean, I'm impressed that you made it up as long as you have. You're an old man. And here you are staying awake at 11 o'clock at night. Let's see. Well, we've got here 2 minutes, 36 seconds, according to my happy New Year's countdown. A lot of Masonic lodges and stuff have been wishing a Happy New Year's to everybody, including Square and Compass wished Happy New Year's to everybody. So fingers crossed. We're under 2 minutes, 1 minute and 50 seconds exactly. 1 minute 50 seconds to go. I was thinking of seeing if I could get Netflix because wrestling is going over to Netflix, but on a completely unrelated note, but it's too expensive. Whiskey was on sale. Where was whiskey on sale? That stuff can be deadly for some people. $5.99 is actually pretty cheap. I just saw. I'm curious about this now. Oh, we got some fireworks being lit. Celebrating the start of 2025. For some people, 1 minute left to go. For some people, they may be celebrating the end of a rotten year, in which case I hope your next year is better. And in some cases, they may be celebrating a successful year and looking forward to more success next time, in 2025. All right, we have got 15 seconds to go. 10 seconds. All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And there we go. We made it into January 1st, 2025. I hope everybody had an amazing 2024. but I hope even more so everybody has an especially amazing and awesome 2025. And let me know in the chat. I'll stick around. Is there anything you're looking forward to? Doesn't have to be Masonic. It can just be anything in life. What are you looking forward to in 2025? What are some of your resolutions, Masonic or otherwise? What do you have planned for 2025 that you are most looking forward to? Well, same to you, Dad. I know I'll be seeing you again in about a week or so. I guess what? Almost a week exactly. A week on the a week. I guess it will be a week today. Um, Oh, and we got some people have put out some fireworks. Wish I could share this. I got to bring my computer to the window. Some people have been kind enough to light some fireworks. My cat is loving them down by the river. So let's give it a bit more time, see who else jumps in and says hello in the chat. Let me know if you, like I was saying, if you have any goals or plans or things for which you're excited in 2025. By all means, let me know. Like I said, if you had a good year in 2024, then I hope you have a great year in 2025. And if you had not such a great year in 2024, then I hope 2025 is so much better for you. And I guess I will take a moment to toast with my pot. Yeah, thanks. I actually talked to Aunt Bev today. She sent me a message. So I sent her a message back and just told her, thank you so much. And that I hope that she's doing well as well. And that her and her family are hopefully doing well. I just got a couple of messages. Let's see if I can see who it is here. I figure I'll just hang out here for a few minutes, see if anybody jumps on and says hello. I'm in no rush to jump off. I hope everybody who is watching this, who might be watching this, is having a good time this New Year's Day. I guess now it is officially New Year's Day. Give it, let's say 5 more minutes. I find usually like half an hour to 45 minutes is when a lot of people start to jump on. So let's see if people jump on maybe at in the next few minutes. I'm assuming most people are out partying as they should be, or they are out sleeping as they also should be. But on the off chance a couple people are hanging out, then all the better. Or will be hanging out or want to jump on, all the better. New year, but still 2024 problems. Well, that's all. Well, I mean, yeah, there's still plenty of problems to go. I mean, yeah, I do kind of wish when 2024 become 2025, all the problems of 2024 just stayed in 2024. Sadly, though, that is not how it works, much to everybody's disappointment. But maybe we can leave the sad feelings, if we had any sad feelings from 2024. Maybe we can leave those in 2024 and just bring together our happier times in 2025. Not that, I mean, my mom passing away obviously was very sad in 2024, but there was a lot of happy times in 2024 as well. I'm getting some nice messaging from some people. Thank you, everybody who's sending me text messages and stuff, wishing me a happy New Year's. That is much, much appreciated. I think the one thing I'm looking forward to most in 2025 is, like I said, trying to get more travel in, trying to see some more places in the world, and reporting back to everybody what those places are like Masonically. Even if I can't actually get there in person, I can at least do some podcasts with them and some of the traveling. So maybe that's kind of my main goal. Maybe see some old friends while I'm at it. Who knows if I get so lucky? That would be really special as well. So maybe make some new friends. Nice thing about Freemasonry is wherever you travel, I do want to keep spending time in my favorite places. I always talk about it: Winnipeg, Glenview/Chicago. I've been lucky enough to finally make it back to Toronto, or sorry, excuse me, not Toronto. I've been lucky enough to finally be able to visit Ottawa a few more times than usual, and that's been really special. So I think maybe that's up there as well in terms of things I'd like to maybe get back to, go back to Ottawa again. "2025 will be better because we say so." Yeah, I mean, you can I would agree with that, I guess. You decide for yourself how good or how bad you want the year to be to a certain extent. One of my favorite quotes from I don't know where I heard it was boring people get bored, right? So the way I always view that quote is if you're a boring person, you're going to be bored. If you're an angry person, you're going to be angry. If you're a sad person, you're going to be sad. If you're a happy person, you're going to be happy. So you can kind of decide the extent to which or how you want to approach the world. And hopefully you can approach it with a sense of positivity and um, happiness and all that good stuff. You're more than likely, I think, to see that repaid back to you. Oh, the January 2025 Ontario Mason magazine just came out with information about reserving rooms at Grand Lodge. So that's pretty cool. Can't believe it's January. It's literally January 1st, and they're already talking about room reservations for July. So I don't know, Dad. What's your plan? Do you think you're gonna make it the full hour? Do you think you're gonna stay up till midnight in order to bring in the new year there? It would be very impressive if you did. I mean, I could stay up with you if you want, but you might need to get some sleep soon. Usually, like I said, sometimes we get people kind of coming in about the hour in or so. So let's see if maybe that happens. If it does, that would be great. If not, maybe we'll call this one off around that time. But I'm just waiting to see if anybody jumps on last minute, maybe says a few words. If not, like I said, maybe I'll go for an hour, and we'll see if anybody else jumps on. Dad, if you stay up till 12, let me know. Good for you. I know it's coming your way. Midnight's coming your way pretty soon. I may have to catch up on some work tomorrow, do the minutes, do all that good stuff. So, oh my God, I just came across, well, I'm sharing this. Deviled eggs a dozen ways. They've got an everything bagel, chili crisp, I got a classic, dill pickle, caviar. That looks really good. Curry. I don't know if I mentioned this, but I visited Hiram Masonic Club in West Chicago for their Friendsgiving. And I was put in charge of two things. I had to make the deviled eggs, and I had to make the green bean casserole. I made both pretty well, I think. I am willing to say. And I made some pretty great deviled eggs and some pretty great green bean casserole. Every Mason is rolling their eyes when they hear green beans. Having said that, though, I will say peeling those eggs was a pain in the ass. I was absolutely, it was brutal. I feel like people lost half the eggs because of my crummy egg peeling. But having said that, I love deviled eggs. I love green bean casserole. I love the Friendsgiving. I love traveling to West Chicago. And I hope to be back there next year. By the way, anybody who's just joining us, welcome. I hope you'll jump in the chat for a second. I think I'll do this till midnight for another 15 minutes till midnight. See if anybody jumps on and wants to say a few words, wants to say hello, and let me know what you're looking forward to in 2025. And maybe you can bring in the new year together. Or if you already, oh, Courtney. Thank you, Courtney. Happy New Year to you as well. I hope that you are doing well. Just so you know, I haven't forgotten at all about you. I sent you a card, but also I should know next week when I'm finally gonna get those models in because it's been taking a while. So once I know, I will let you know. I would say, though, I had a pretty good 2024. Some of the highlights were wrestling in my hometown in Winnipeg, Manitoba, and getting to return there this year, but being there in 2024, wrestling in front of my, hometown friends and family was really special. Maple Leaf Pro Wrestling was really special. And then in terms of Masonic events, I mean, there have been so many amazing Masonic things, amazing things with Square and Compass Promotions. And I only hope that things get better and better as we move into 2025. So please, by all means, keep on tuning in, keep on supporting us, and let me know how you're doing. And let me know, Courtney, if you have any Masonic resolutions maybe in 2025, or just resolutions in general, or just even anything you're looking forward to in the coming 12 months. Did they, by the way, Courtney, did they send out any fireworks in your area? We got a bunch of fireworks here down by our river, so that was really cool. Although it sounds like maybe they weren't supposed to be doing those because we got some police coming to the river, it looks like. Keep up your work in having Grand Lodge of Windsor. I'm working on it, Dad. I'm trying it. I agree it would be really special, but it is absolutely a ton of work. So, they're already started though giving out room rates for Grand Lodge in in July of this year. So it's crazy to think that's still 7 months away and they're already renting out rooms. But it would be very, very cool to have the Grand Master of Manitoba in the most worshipful Grand Master of Manitoba in Windsor. It'd be great to have all of them in Windsor. So I think that would be very, very special. Maybe get some guys from Michigan in. That would be really, really cool. There'd be a lot of really amazing people to get into Windsor to check out what is truly, in my oh so humble opinion, the most beautiful place in the world, the Windsor Masonic Temple. John Meek actually had been in Windsor, so he actually got to visit our lodge and our temple. I thought it was really cool. He's from Illinois. He lives in Bulgaria, and yet he had the chance to be inside and visit the Windsor Masonic Temple. I actually got to take a brother who was visiting from overseas in and around our building today at the Windsor Masonic Temple. So that was really special as well. Got him some coins, got him some cool stuff like that, some pins. So that was really, really special as well. So if it doesn't happen, Grand MS, well, hopefully it will happen. We'll keep our fingers crossed, right? Like everything in the world, right? You kind of just do the best you can, see what happens, because that's really all you can do, I think. Sometimes you don't know how it's going to end, so all you can do is the best you can in the moment, not to get too philosophical about everything. But I hope everybody... Yeah, I've been doing well. I've been doing well. Like I said, I've been focusing a lot on posts and social media posting, things like that. Trying to actually increase my engagement right now on X, formerly known as Twitter. So that's been going pretty well. We're going to see, and on blue sky as well. And yeah, and other than that, things are going good. I'm going to be back home in Winnipeg in a week. I can't wait for that. Can't wait to see my family again. I thought it was really interesting today. The mayor, our mayor, Drew Dilkins, he was doing his top 10 things for Windsor. And number one, he said, as we close out 2024, Windsor has made incredible strides in building a brighter future for our community. And then he says at the end, together we are building Windsor's future. And I noted the mayor's use of the word building. As California notes on one of their Masonic buildings, Freemasonry builds its temples in the hearts of man and in communities. Freemasons are builders. We build ourselves, we help build the communities in which we are located. That includes, but is not limited to, Windsor. So as Windsorites and Windsor residents try to build a brighter future for the community, Freemasons are 100% a part of that. So and welcome. If you're just joining us, by the way, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, say Happy New Year in the chat, and let me know how you're doing. I've said before that I figured I'd jump on here, and anybody who's alone, who maybe hasn't had the chance to celebrate with anybody, you can come and celebrate with me for a few minutes, especially if you're a Masonic brother. But even if you're not, just a friend or somebody who's just finding the stream by accident, jump on, say hello, and let me know how you're doing. I hope things are going well. Tomorrow. Well, unfortunately, we can't do that because there's still a little bit of time away, but hopefully they will at least check it out and consider it, you know? But otherwise, let me know what's going on. If you have any New Year's resolutions or Masonic resolutions, anything you're looking forward to Masonically, maybe you have some special Masonic events happening. Maybe you're taking an officer's chair in your lodge in 2025. Let me know what's going on and what you want to chat about. I said I'd do this for an hour, so we got 5 minutes to go. But if more people jump on, maybe I'll stick around for a little bit longer, and we'll see how it goes. I was thinking of maybe watching some movies tonight. Cameron, what is your Masonic resolution? I've got a few. I posted them on Medium. Let me see if I can actually track it down now, and I'll share the link with you. All right. Let me see. Here we go. I mean, amongst others, the biggest ones was to travel as much as I can, not just in North America, but other places, even virtually, if that's what it takes, just to get to know more about Freemasonry outside of the North American context. See some friends, all that good stuff. So, yeah, that is kind of my plan. But I hope that you are doing well. And increase my audience on the various channels and work towards potentially bringing a Grand Lodge annual communication to Windsor in 2030 and potentially beyond. It's interesting. The last time an annual communication was held in Windsor, or Essex County, excuse me, was 1931. So 2031 would be 100 years. So maybe they want to do it then, which would be really, really interesting. But we'll see. Well, I mean, Grand Lodges are, I mean, inherently kind of adverse to change, but I think that's also just true of just, it can be hard for groups and organizations to change over time. I've seen some different people talk about that, where organizations, once they develop a certain pattern, it can be very hard to get them to change that pattern because it's comfortable. No matter how hard it's, no matter how well or not well the pattern is working, the idea of getting them to change things can be incredibly challenging. So I think that stuffiness is just a habit of, it's not a Grand Lodge thing, it's just a leadership thing. But hopefully, people change, people change, people adapt to new ideas, try new things. That's kind of the nature of that's the nature of everything. Things have to change over time, right? And you need to look at things differently. Welcome. If you're just joining us, by the way, jump in the chat, say hello. We're just here hanging out, celebrating a new year. If your 2024 was great, then I hope your 2025 is even greater. If your 2024 sucked, then I hope that your 2025 doesn't suck and is much, much greater. So let me know in the chat how you're doing. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, all those things you say. Let me know also if you've actually already celebrated your New Year's, or if you are like my pops and you're an hour behind, so you've still got about half an hour to go before you get to your New Year's. But things are going well for me. I just put a link to one of the Medium articles I wrote where I talk about my goals for, or resolutions for 2025, both Masonically and otherwise. So I'm looking forward to those, to fulfilling those. It's going to be a long, challenging year in 2025, but I'm sure, I said before, 2022 was hard, but we had a lot of successes. 2023 was harder, but we had a lot of successes. 2024 was even harder, but we had a lot of successes. 2025, I have no doubt, will be harder still, but hopefully we can have the same, if not even more, levels of success. I mean, also, if you have any favorite New Year's movies, out of curiosity, I just put down Strange Days was one of my, for a long time, that was my favorite movie. And I would consider that to be a New Year's movie. Some may disagree with that, but that's all right. No, I mean, it has to be New Year's. It takes place on New Year's, takes place on the 27th, like December 28th, 29th, 30th. Yes, Courtney, I 100% agree it would be. I would love to see that. No, I agree. I actually thought about that. So I don't know if it's ever going to happen or not, but believe me, I thought about it. So hopefully, I wouldn't be shocked if it actually exists, though, to be perfectly honest. Everything exists somewhere. So let me see in just 1 second. I'm going to hit the Google. I'm going to see if those happy robots from Google can maybe help me out. Although, if anybody watching this knows in the chat, if you can mention it to me, have you ever heard of any Masonic, what was I trying to say? Any Masonic fireworks out there? I think it'd be really interesting to. It's got to be, right? Kind of by, like, everything out there exists somewhere. Give me a few seconds, and I'm going to do a Google search, and I'm going to see if I can figure this out. All right. Here, let me just see. All right. I'm going to Google search this. Let's see. Fireworks. Masonic fireworks. That's what I want to say. Masonic fireworks. Oh, okay. So, well, it says here the Oxford Masonic Lodge hosts fireworks. Okay. Images. There's images of like, well, there's images of fireworks next to squares and compasses and things like that, but nothing else. Doesn't look like I can see any like Masonic fireworks actually like the product wise. I agree. I think it makes sense. You'd think that somebody Masonic fireworks for sale. Let's try that. Again, nothing like specific. Nothing specific to that. All right. Well, good idea though, Courtney. I support it. Maybe one day we'll get something like that. Who knows? And welcome, by the way. If you're just joining us, please hit the like and subscribe button. Let us know what you want to chat about as we celebrate 2025. You will have to put the idea in the junior Grand Warden's ear as he will be the incoming Grand Master in 2030. He might be. Right now we're working on the deputy, so we'll see. We're seeing who we can get on our side for this one. Like everything else, it just takes time and effort and work and patience, and it can be really hard, but it can also be really rewarding. And welcome. If you're just joining us, hit the like and subscribe button and let us know what you guys want to chat about as we are about 33 minutes past New Year's Eve here in Windsor, which means there's like 33 minutes to go, or 26 minutes to go now, 27, 26, until they ring in the New Year's in Winnipeg, which is where one of our guests is from right now. So hopefully that goes well. And he's able to stay awake. He's an older fella, so I'm impressed that he's stayed awake this long so far. Masonic Island fireworks finale is kicking off on YouTube. I don't know what that is. Masonic Island. Masonic Island fireworks finale. Let's see if I can find that. Oh, it looks like it's from 10 years ago, but that's really cool. I don't know who this person even is. Jeff Catchway. Masonic Island fireworks finale, July 3rd, 2014. Who is this? What even is Masonic Island? Now I'm genuinely curious. I'm Googling Masonic Island. Let me see if I can figure out what this is here. Masonic. Oops. Masonic Island. I like that view, actually. That's a really nice view. It's really fun to see. One of the things I really enjoy about visiting you, Dad, is seeing that view of the Winnipeg downtown lights. That's a really nice view. Okay, there's a island in North Dakota called Masonic Island. How would it get that name? What is this Masonic Island? How do I get there? Thank you, Courtney, for sharing this information with me. Lake Medagosh lies. How do I find? All right, so how do I get to this Masonic Island then? That's the question. Masonic Island. How close is that to Minneapolis? Directions. I'm going to say Detroit. Well, so it's an 18-hour drive. Close-ish to Winnipeg, actually. WINNIP. It's 3 hours and 32 minutes. But how do I get there? What's the closest town? I'm really curious now, Courtney. All right, how do I, where do you even find this place? I can't find like any, would it be Medagosh? There's like no towns close by. This Masonic Island is like not going to be easy to get to without a car. I suppose one of the reasons why I should have got a car. All right, still no way to get there. Trying to find the closest. Well, Boissevain. It's close to Boissevain, and I vaguely remember Boissevain. Oh, it's actually close to Lauder, Manitoba as well. I remember Estevan. Battle Creek. I remember Battle Creek. As a Lewis Masonic, I'm celebrating fireworks in tribute to my granddaddy. Good. And I'm sure he would very much appreciate you doing that as well. So that's awesome. But I hope that I'm sure your granddaddy would be very proud that you're celebrating in his honor. So that's awesome. It is 7 acres in North Dakota. I'm just trying to figure out what the closest town is and how you get there. I didn't even know there was a whole Masonic Island. I'd love to learn more about it. That would be a very cool podcast. right, let's try this way. METIGO. It doesn't look like it would be easy to get to by any means. Caden9226. Happy New Year, everyone. Happy New Year. Hope that you're doing well. I just figured I'd jump on here for a few minutes and wish everybody a Happy New Year, especially if you don't have anybody who you can hang out with. Let me know how you're doing, Caden. Let me know if you are looking forward to 2025 as much as I am. I was saying some people had a rough 2024. And if that was the case, I hope that your 2025 goes better. And if you had a great 2024, then I hope your 2025 is even greater. And also, Caden, if you hit the like button and subscribe button, I'd very much appreciate it. Seems like there's nowhere in North Dakota that actually has any buses going to it. How tiny is North Dakota? How unpopulated is this North Dakota? What's the capital of North Dakota? Bismarck? Yeah, it's Bismarck, right? Well, I think it was. I think it was. I'll have to find a way to make it to Mason Island at some point. But I'm definitely going to share this information at some point. With my brothers on a podcast. There is an International Peace Garden as well. There's a bunch of International Peace Gardens that have some Masonic stuff in them, which is really, really cool. By the way, Dad, I think you're about 15 minutes away from celebrating the new year. But I know there's a few international peace gardens that actually have Masonic items in them. But I did not know that we had a whole island to ourselves. So that is pretty cool. It's amazing all the little, like when you're looking for it, it's called frequency bias, right? Or the blue car effect. Like when you're looking for Masonic stuff, you start to see it everywhere. So I always thought that was really, really cool. I have been following the new year. How's Nicholas doing, Cameron? Can you tell him? Yeah, he's floating around somewhere. I talked to him a couple days ago. I think he's doing well. Actually, I talked to him today briefly. I wished him a happy new year. So I think he's doing pretty good. I wonder if there's anything about Masonic Island on YouTube. Let's see if I can find some pictures of it. Let's see. Masonic Island. See, this is all like Oak Island stuff. All right, well, let's try this way. By the way, you got about 14 minutes left, Dad. Masonic Island. All right. Huh. Well, there it is. Let's see if I can't share this screen for just 1 second. Look at that. So I guess that's Masonic. It looks a little bit like a square and compass, I suppose. Or the square and compass is. Just a little bit. Right? If you've got this would be the square down. It's got that kind of diamond-esque shape. That is from the North Dakota. I don't know what SU stands for. Southern University, maybe? Institute for Regional Studies. Hope you guys can all see that, but that is kind of cool. How do you get there, though? That's the question. We have got, by the way, Dad, 12 minutes to go. Are you still awake? All right, let me try it this way. Flix bus stops North Dakota. All right, States. North. All right. Ugh, that'd be it's a very long trip, put it that way, to get from Detroit. But I wonder, Minneapolis. But I hope everybody who's watching this is having a great time. Wish you all a happy new year. You got 10 minutes to go, Pops, till it's your new year. Thank you, everybody who's tuning in so far. Please, if you are joining us, say Happy New Year. Let us know how you're doing. We're here. I figured some people may not have anybody to celebrate New Year's with, and so I've jumped on and started live streaming. I got to hang out with some friends earlier today and take some people on actually a tour of the Windsor Masonic Temple, so that was really special. So it's been really fun. It's been going really, really well. But hit the like button if you can. And if you're not, please hit the subscribe button. And let me know, even if you are a Mason and you're watching this, do you have any Masonic New Year's resolutions? Anything that you have planned in the coming year. I've said this a bunch this stream. If you had a good 2024, then I hope you have an even better 2025. And if you had a crummy 2024, then I hope that you have I hope that you have a much, much better 2025. Sorry, if you had a crummy 2024, I hope your 2025 is even better. Courtney, I'm doing well. Nicholas, good to see you. Thank you for joining us. I know, Nicholas, your resolution is to do a few more Masonic, or not even Masonic, but a few more ghost investigations, or paranormal, I should say, investigations, if I understand correctly. But Nicholas, I hope you had the chance to ring in the new year with some friends. And if you didn't, then you're getting a chance to ring in the new year now with your friend Cameron and everybody else who's here in the chat. So glad that you were able to join us. Also maybe your goal, because working on some of your travel stuff, maybe your goal is to travel a little bit more, especially maybe to some other countries, which would be great as well. Which would be great. I hope that you get the chance and are able to do so. We have got, by the way, 7 minutes until 2025 for my pops. So I hope that, Dad, you're able to stay up to 7 more minutes. And like I said, let me know. Maybe I'm thinking, because what I'll do is I'll probably take a taxi or whatever it is back home to see you on the 8th when I arrive. But then maybe on the 9th, we can go out for lunch somewhere before I got to get to the French Center. Or to 340 Provencher Boulevard. So let me know maybe if there's a place somewhere in Transcona we can go. We can just walk to that maybe place we used to go for breakfast back in the day. That could be a lot of fun. And thank you everybody who's joining us. It's 12:50. It's 12:53 a.m. for us, Nicholas, but for my pops, it is 11:53 because he's back in Winnipeg. So he's going to be celebrating his New Year's in exactly 6 minutes. Now it will be his, still 6 minutes to go, but we're almost there. I don't know if I just discovered there is a island called Masonic Island. So that is on my list of places to get to somehow, maybe even virtually. I said travel. I want to travel overseas, which I do. But maybe I can travel to Masonic Island as well. It's a 18-hour drive, which means it's going to be quite the super fun trip any other way. Four minutes still, Dad. 4 minutes. They got lodges and stuff. But still no information as to how to actually get there. 3 minutes, Dad. 3 minutes. Gonna go to Instagram for a second. All right, we have got 3 minutes to go. Talk in the new year about food. I don't know if set your resting diet. I'm the worst at that stuff. I'm good about exercising. I've been exercising pretty regularly, but I'm terrible when it comes to dieting. I should probably be better, but that's a whole other can of tuna for a whole other day. We've got 2 minutes to go according to my clock here. Once we hit 12 or 1 o'clock our time, Nicholas, we want to wish my dad a happy new year. Everybody watching this can. Well, I should stop. I mean, should stop drinking pop. I make no mistake. I'm the worst when it comes to like all that stuff. Dieting has never been my strong suit. We have got still 2 minutes to go. It looks like, Dad. Let me know what it says on your clock when it's going to be midnight. And we can bring in the new year together. You got one Happy New Year from Nicholas. Happy New Year as well from me. My cat also wishes you a Happy New Year. Let's see if I can find her, or grab her. She can be a pain in the butt, but let's see. Yes. Oh, come here. All right. Well, she's over there somewhere. 1 minute to go, according to my happy clock. We have got, Dad, if you can give us a 10-second countdown, maybe. Oh, look at that. Wishing Happy New Year to all the spirits in the world. I suppose as a paranormal investigator, you would want to wish Happy New Year to all the spirits. We shouldn't forget about them. One o'clock. All right. 12 o'clock in Winnipeg. Happy New Year, Dad. I love you. Happy New Year to all my family in Winnipeg. I hope that everybody there is doing well. Wonder if there might be a few fireworks going off in your neck of the woods. Bandit playing with my earphones. And if you haven't done so yet, jump in the chat, leave a few of these. So these celebration reactions, which I'm doing right now, just to say congratulations and Happy New Year's to my dad. And now it goes, I don't know where it goes next. I mean, Vancouver, I guess, right, would be the last spot to celebrate it. So as it keeps moving east. Nicholas, would the spirits even know it's New Year's? Do they have any sense of time, like relative to what you and I might consider a sense of time? Or to them, does time move at the same pace as it does for the rest of us? Well, I mean, there'll be some more next year, but Border Cities isn't meeting again until April. The other lodges, they have the dinners later on. So I don't know when the next, I mean, it kind of depends what's going on, right? Probably, well, we'll see. There might be something actually happening in a couple weeks in January. So once I know more, I'll let you know. But potentially, they could maybe do something. Well, I mean, I suppose if you wanted to come tomorrow, you could. Shoot me off a text. Not tomorrow, sorry, the 2nd, Thursday. Shoot me off a text message. I'll let you know. And we'll see what we can do. No, they don't. All right, so I wasn't sure, but I guess that makes sense that they wouldn't. But still, nice of you to wish them a happy. You might as well err on the side of wishing people a, err on the side of caution, I suppose, if that makes sense. Because maybe some of them do kind of know what's going on. Better to err on the side of caution. Put up your new calendar. I don't have a new calendar yet. Oh, the calendar you bought me for Christmas. I suppose I should. Now would be the time to do it. I just got to put a hook on the wall. But yeah, thank you again for the calendar. I do very much appreciate it as well. So I will definitely put up. Put up the calendar soon. And welcome. If you're just joining us, by the way, hit the like button, subscribe button. Let me know how you're doing and what you want to chat about. Figured not everybody might have anybody to celebrate New Year's with, so I jumped on here. Started doing the live stream, got some friends chatting with me, and we'll see what we can talk about. And if you are celebrating the New Year's, then that's awesome. Thank you for taking a few minutes to be here. I said this a bunch during this live stream. If your 2024 was crappy, then I hope your 2025 is awesome. And if your 2024 was great, then I hope that you have an even better 2025. Another resolution is to not tear my. Yes, that would be a good resolution, by the way. I support that. That does make a lot of sense to me. Though I don't know if I'm going to follow it or not. So fair warning. A resolution I will give is to hit the like button and the subscribe button on this, and a few of those reaction buttons on this thing. So there you go. That's my resolution for you. Oh, Dennis. Sorry, Dennis, that I missed you up there. Happy New Year to you, Dennis. Hope you're doing well. If I recall correctly, you're from across the pond, so it must be much later for you. Did you already celebrate your New Year's? Has it been New Year's for you already? Let me know, and let me know how you're doing. But thank you for taking a few minutes to jump in and say hello. I do appreciate it, Dennis. I appreciate whenever anybody jumps on and says hello. So the West Coast is next to ring in the new year. All right, but I think what I will do is give us another let's go 2 minutes, see if anybody else jumps on, and if not, then we'll call it a stream. And thank you to Courtney for teaching me that there is such a thing as Masonic Island, which I'm hoping I can get to one day, because that would be incredible. Have a good night, Nicholas. Thank you for joining. Shoot me off a text Thursday morning. We'll see what getting you to come in and say hello for our meeting. All right. Well, I think we're going to call it. Thank you for everybody who jumped on, even for a couple of minutes, even just leave a quick note. I very, very much appreciated it. And I hope that everybody has a happy new year.